Joe here in the garage. I guess, if you've seen the previous video, he had a little bit too much to drink. Says he can't find neutral now. So I guess what we're going to do is adjust the clutch and the clutch cable and see if he can find neutral. Hang on. Alright, one of the first things you're going to have to do is loosen the clutch cable fully. So you're going to pull this boot off. And it's going to expose the jam nut and the adjuster. All sizes are going to vary. I believe mine are both 9/16. Nope, half. We get you a comfy little chair. Well, no, we're gonna put on this one. Loosen the jam nut first. And screw it all the way down. And then collapse the cable all together. Until it bottoms out. There should be all slop here. Every bit of it. See? No more tension on that clutch cable. Next, we're going to remove this step, which may be different because if you have a peg, you shouldn't have to remove it. I got floorboards. It's going to go because we have to have access behind the derby cover. Easy peasy, right there. These are T27s. So we get our T27. And break them loose. Once you break them loose, they'll all come out by hand. And you do not have to have a jack to do this, but it makes it easier than sitting on the floor. So if you have a jack, get it out, get a stool, sit down, and enjoy. Pull off the cover. I forgot a rag. Inspect this gasket. It is reusable. So just wipe it off, get the oil, inspect it, make sure it's not torn or broken anywhere, which this one looks good. Of course it does. It's a James. clean off the oil and debris from here, because otherwise it will not seal when you go to put it back together later. So our next feat is lock, jam nut, and this adjuster screw. And I will say, these fancy 90-degree angle wrenches are ideal for this. Find the right side of that one. There it is. Says it's a 7:30 seconds. And that's in 1/16 on the jam nut. Hold the Allen. Break the jam nut loose. If I can. Oh, you're gonna be a pain in the arse, aren't you? There we go. There, now it's loose. Now, no tools. The adjuster bolt needs to go, so back the lock nut out, needs to go until it's touching. Just touching. Don't crank it. Touch. Just a nice, there we go, won't go no further. Now you want to back it off a quarter of a turn. So I am going to put the ratchet on it just so I can clock the ratchet. So right now we're at 3 o'clock. Now we'll back it off to 12 o'clock. Put the jam nut back. Now, get your wrench back out and tighten the jam nut. Put the ratchet on the right setting and tighten the jam nut. Okay, that's that. Now we'll replace the derby cover. With your T27 from earlier, wherever we laid it. Oh, there it is. Now you go get your inch-pound torque wrench, not foot-pound, inch-pound. Double check your specs in your service manual, but for my 2006, it is 118 inch-pounds. Inch-pounds, which isn't a whole lot. And tighten in a crisscross star pattern. So we'll start here. Doesn't matter which one you start on. One click. That's it. One ugga-dugga. Do not go back and click, click, click and check it. Just one. One. That's it. Now, return to the clutch cable. And you want to turn this adjuster out to get all the free play out of the cable. So let's back it out here some first. When you start getting close, you gotta start playing with it. And this is what I mean by free play. The lever here, and this gap, according to Harley Davidson, that gap should be 1/8 of an inch. That's your free play. And that's about 1/8 of an inch. There's no tension on the cable yet until you pull it. That's about 1/8 of an inch. Almost tighten it just a little bit more. Now let's see where we're at. Oh, there we go, just a little bit more. Well, go the right way. Oh, now see, now that's too much. So let's back it off. About maybe one flat. Let's see what we like here. Let's go one more flat. Right there, maybe. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. So now, without turning the bottom adjuster, spin the jam nut back up to the top. Get your 2 wrenches. One on the bottom of the jam nut, one on the top. And turning the correct direction, because sometimes we're stupid. Tighten the jam nut up. That way you cannot lose adjustment. Like so. Make sure you slide your rubber boot back over, because that's what keeps this adjuster clean and rust free, so it's easy to do by hand. Because when you're cranking this with a wrench the whole way, it becomes a pain in the ass. Well, come on. Slide down there. itself. There we go. Now, the only thing we have left to do is put our floorboard back on. Which, like I said, if you have a peg, you might not have to remove anything. Peg won't be in your way, floorboard is. And voila. You just adjusted one clutch cable and the clutch push rod, both. Now you can do this in 2 halves. If you're just adjusting this, you should always undo the clutch cable first. But you don't always have to adjust the clutch push rod. You might just need to adjust the clutch cable. So there you go, how to adjust the clutch cable and clutch push rod on a big twin Harley Davidson. Later.